morning, everyone. It's Paris here from Mount Eliza. How is everyone? It's Thursday the 13th of May. I've been trying for half an hour to do a quick live for you guys on my desktop, and there's something wrong with my settings. I'm using my phone, so hopefully it's straight. I can't do it landscape, Mercury retrograde. This is what's happening. How is everyone? So like I said, it's the 13th of May. I've got to do a quick one because I've got my live Zoom meeting with Dr. Shiva in the US in 26 minutes, 9 o'clock Melbourne time. It's Wednesday night US. Now, some quick notes. I've written down some notes so I don't forget what I've got to tell you guys. First of all, high vibrations, everyone. Sending you all high vibrations and plenty of love, right? And make sure you have your fruit this morning, Melbourne, Australia. I'm having my oranges, right? Because I haven't had time to make my tea yet. Oh, I take my vitamins, my Vimagy vitamins. Now, friends, I've got a list down here of what I'm going to tell you. I'm struggling now with the orange that's gone into my teeth. Now, what is love? You know that song? What is love? Does anybody love anybody anyway? Where is the love out there, friends? Where is the love? I'm not seeing it. I'm not feeling it. Where is the love? Like, we're in relationships. Do you show your partner love? Do you tell them every day? Do you send them texts, emails? I love you. How are you? Are you okay? Did you have lunch? Are you feeling okay? How are you going? That is love. Showing that you care about someone, showing that you're thinking about someone's well-being, not just your own. That we're thinking about someone else's well-being. Your parents could be your parents if you're close to them. It could be your siblings, could be your close friends. Where is the love? Does anybody love anybody anyway? And like Elton John says, sorry seems to be the hardest word. I think we've got to start saying sorry to one another, right? Okay. So share the love, friends. Share the love. Next. Now, last night I was watching Sky News. You know, I watch my media almost every night and listen during the day. And I've got my Greek music on at the background. Right, it's from Greece. It's online. Because, friends, you know, I'm very sentimental, very romantic. And during Mercury retrograde, I get, you know, it brings out all my emotions again. It's starting on the 15th in 2 days. Well, I've been in retrograde the whole freaking year, Mercury. Saturn's in retrograde too, but Mercury. So I love listening to my romantic music, manifesting love in my life, right? Yeah. Because sometimes Philip has the empathy of a rock. He's not listening, don't worry, he doesn't listen to my post. Yeah, I'm just got the orange in my teeth. Now, so I was listening to Sky News last night, the Andrew Bolt episode, because Andrew Bolt is before Ellen Jones. And friends, you won't believe it, in America, these POM parents, English parents, I don't know what their heritage is, they were so excited that their 4-year-old child is transgender. You know, whatever the child wanted. I don't remember if it was a boy to girl or girl to boy. I don't remember now because my head just hit the roof. A 4-year-old. Don't we all experiment, friends, when we're young with clothes, with makeup and things like that? That's normal. We all did it as children. Can you believe that there's people out there, there's a movement out there who are saying to us that our genitals and our physical body does not determine our sex. Not if you're having sex or not, but whether your sex is male or female. Can you believe that, friends? Can you believe that? I can't believe in my lifetime that I've gone from, you know, believing in femininity and being feminine and men being masculine to, oh, it's okay, you can change your sex. A penis doesn't mean you're a man, a vagina doesn't mean you're a female. How are we allowing this bullshit to happen? Because when they screw with people's sexuality, that's how they mess with their head, right? A 4-year-old doesn't know shit. The brain, friends, you know, I've got my second brain here because a lot of you think that I need a brain, right? Here's my second brain. I've shown you my second brain. I still haven't baptized him. I don't know what name to give him, right? This is my special ceramic brain by Ellen Fowler. Right, I don't know whether to call him Birdie or Freno because it's phrenology, right? My second brain. The brain doesn't develop up until at least 25 years of age. And that is considering we've had a healthy upbringing. Know that the parents and grandparents and great-grandparents have not had toxins in the body that have come through our bloodstreams from smoking, from drugs, from working in the mining industry, working in other industrial industries where they've been inhaling toxins that have been passed down to us. 25 years old at least. And you got 4-year-olds. Parents are allowing 4-year-olds to change their sex. Now, friends, if that's not outrageous, if you don't find that outrageous, well, I don't know what planet you're on. Right now, some of you may say, but Paris, on other planets, there are no, male or female. No, you're wrong there. Because we've been taught by the bullshit New Age industry that spirits are neutral. No, they're not neutral. They have got male and female tendencies. And angels, most of them are female. Yes, there are males like Archangel Michael and Gabriel and Raphael and them. But there's most of the angels, everyday angels, there's thousands and hundreds of thousands of them. Tens of thousands, sorry. They are females. So there is male and female. There is male and female. And those of you out there, parents, who think it is normal to change a person's sex, you are so wrong. It's got nothing to do with karma. See, the New Age industry did this. They said, like they, for instance, they'd say to me, well, Paris, you would have been a male in a past lifetime because, you've done that, that and that, right? Or because I can regress and I can see myself what sex I was. Well, if I was a male in that lifetime, I was a male. I had a penis, I was a male. But in this lifetime, I have a vagina, so I'm a female. So it doesn't mean just because I was a male many times in previous lifetimes that I have to be a male in this lifetime too, right? We've decided ourselves what sex we want to come as in this lifetime. And those people who are playing genetic engineering and sex engineering with children and with babies, they are Frankensteins. I call them Frankensteins. All right, enough of that. Now, you've got to watch Sky News Australia. You can listen to it on iHeartRadio online. Listen to what they're all saying. Left, medium, right, politics. They're all telling us what's going on and what's going to happen. I listen to 3AW Radio, and a lot of you criticise me, Some of you criticise me for listening to the media. That's because you got your heads under the rock, right? Because if you don't listen to the media, you don't know what they're planning for us. They're telling us exactly what they're planning for us. And this is why a lot of you last year were in shock and thought, oh my goodness, look what's going on in our life. You were in shock because you don't read papers, you don't watch documentaries, you don't watch the news, you don't listen. They have been preparing us for at least 5 years openly in the media about what's going on. They've been preparing us openly what's going on, right? So don't be surprised when shit hits the fan. It started to hit the fan, but it's going to get a lot worse. Don't be surprised. Now, I'm just looking at the computer up here because I've got news in Greece, what's happening. I'll get to what's happening in Greece, right? All the medias are all pushing the jabination. I'll use that term. They're all pushing it, right? And not just the media, it's also the everyday people. Even people in our families are pushing it. So don't call the media just conspiracy, because people in our family are doing it. People in our family are pushing it. Families are being stripped apart, right? Not only because of politics now, but because of, we're arguing about whether we should get the jabination or not. J-A-B, the jab, right? Okay, next. Let me get to the incense last. Now, why are a lot of these groups that started last year, these bullshit political groups, I'll talk about politics, these bullshit political groups in Australia, they're online influencers, all of them, I won't say their names, can't even stand mentioning their names because they're so evil and fake. All of the online people who are online, 99.9999% of them, are all fronts, are the behind-the-scenes establishment and fronts for the political parties, Liberal, Labor, Greens, Labor, Animal Justice Party, and the rest of it. And what they did is they purposely set up this group, created fear amongst the online groups so that you could belong somewhere and feel that you've been protected and looked after and contribute towards something. And now suddenly this year, they're starting their political parties. The No 5G party, you get on their website, I research everyone, I go right to the bloody back. I even check their cultural heritages and everything. This is exactly who I'm dealing with. Yeah, I'm a double Scorpio, that's what I do. So you go on the No 5G website, political party website, And when it says about us who the team is, it says you've got to be a member, you've got to be logged in a member to see who we are. So I sent them a message and I said, sent them on Facebook and on website, and I said, who's behind in the team? Why should I be a member first to find out who you are? Isn't it the other way around? Right? You need to know who I am before you could support me. Isn't that right? Right? Informed Medical Options Party, another fraud, another bullshit political party. I've been emailing them to try and speak to Michael, that guy that likes to blah blah on the videos. I want to have a chat with him. I said to him, I sent him a message and I said, why is he with Reignite Democracy? I don't know. I think they're falling apart now because they're all betraying one another. No reply. No reply. Same with all the other groups. No reply. Nothing else, because I ask them. And you know what, friends? If you see any comments against me on online media, on social media, can you send them to me? Because not one of the assholes has got the balls to fight back on me on what I'm saying about them. You know why? Because then they know that I'm going to open the piazza. I'm going to open the debate. And they don't want me to open the debate. None of them do. All these bullshit political parties. Same with the Animal Justice Party. They listen. They see what I'm saying. And they've all scurried away like rats. Because they know that I'm onto them. The Animal Justice Party is a front for the Labor Party. Did you know that the leader of the Animal Justice Party at the moment, the dickhead, and a lot of the other ones, that they're all ex-Green members? That's what happens. These political parties have set up little parties, right? Why, you're going to ask me, why, Paris, would they set up little parties? Because if you don't like Liberal, Labor, Greens, what are we going to do? We're going to look for other political parties. So they set up parties, they say things that you want to hear, that you and I want to hear, and we get trapped. Like me, I got caught too. Same thing. Until you find out what shit they are. Right, now I've got to be wary of time because I've got my live Zoom meeting with Dr. Shiva and the other warrior members. Warrior does not mean a fighter. If you look up what warrior means, I'll post it on Facebook what warrior means. Now, so why are these groups suddenly off Facebook? It's not because they've been taken down. It's because they've collected the members and they've lured you privately into cult telegrams, parlors, and the rest of it, because that's what it is. Why are a lot of these groups private? Why aren't they public? What are they hiding? What? The comments that are there, Facebook and the rest of, and the government can't see? Everyone can see the comments. I've set up the Dr. Shiva Australian group, and now I've got on board a lovely lady, Deb from Queensland, who's helping me co-admin, and we're helping doing it together. It's public. I don't care who joins. I don't care who joins. I don't care if the devil himself joins. Maybe we'll plant some seeds of love in people's brains who are evil and Frankensteins, right? Why make a group private? And you can say, Paris, you've got your private women's group. It's different because we're talking personal stuff, right? We've got personal stuff. Now, so these groups, friends, have not been transparent from the start in Australia. I told you last year that all these online groups have not been transparent. Their main purpose was to collect members, to say what you wanted to hear, and then set up a political party, because it's federal elections time this year in Australia, setting up political parties. They've not been transparent. And don't say, well, Paris, they changed their mind along the way. Bullshit. Because if you look at their strategy from the front, it was political strategy. Every move they made, the protests, the videos and everything, that takes money, friends. You have no idea how expensive it is and how much time. Who's paying them for their time? I've got Philip working at least. I do a bit of counselling work at least. You know how hard it is? You know how hard it is? The way to market yourself. You need to pay so much money a month to a lot of these social media management companies and other people, websites and all that, to do that. I do it all myself at the moment, right? Hi, Carmel, how are you? That's true. Politicians are never transparent. But my issue is that these Australian groups say that they're for the people, but they really weren't. They really are representing the political parties as sub-little minor preference groups to be able to get in, to attract people who aren't going with the major groups. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with politics if it's genuine and honest. The problem is that the politics of today and probably the past 1,000 years or whatever, right from Roman times, right, has attracted all corruption. Now, so they're not transparent, friends, and you remember me one day, you can hate me, you can curse me, you can swear at me, I don't care what you do, from the animal welfare area, from politics, from the online, I don't care what you do, friends. Sending it back at you. I don't care. Actually, I don't have to do it. My angels are protecting me. I don't have time to protect myself. My angels are doing it all for me, right? One day you will say that big mouth Greek Paris was right with what she was saying. This is why I've done clairvoyance for a lot of you and mediumship for a lot of you, so they can see that what I'm saying is spot on. Yeah, that's right, Carmel. Now, the budget was out Tuesday, not for Australia. It's all bullshit, friends. Just put it one ear and out the other. They don't give a shit about no one. They don't give a shit about no one. This is all just pre-election talk, just to say, promises, promises. It's a fake. I'm telling you, it's a toxic relationship, abusive relationship that we have with all our governments, with the elite. It's all promises, promises, and merda, which is shit and bullshit. Scheiße, as they say in German. Right? So block that out, cross that off. Now, did you know, friends, in Greece, that they've been under lockdown for at least 5 months? Kids have gone back to school this week. And parents have to do nasal swabs twice a week for the students to permit them to go to school. Parents have to do that and get a certificate. It's like a pregnancy test, apparently it looks like that, right? Well, they've got to do a lot of those too, because anyway, you know what's happening with girls today from 11. From 11, they've gone to 40. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, that's another topic. So that's the only condition that can allow kids to go to school. Hang on, it's going to happen here in Australia. So I'm preparing you. Get ready. The other thing is in Greece, they have to text everywhere they go. Oh, I'm going out to my friends, or I'm going to the shops, I'm going to the beach. They've got to text everything. But you see, it's summer now in Greece, and the tourism industry roll in the millions and the billions. So they're cutting back the lockdown measures. And then winter's going to happen again. It would have happened this year in Australia, but because we have the elections, they've been easy on us. And this is why dictator Dan Andrews has gone in hiding, because energetically, he's trying to impact on our psychology. By not being around, by him not being physically there in front of our face every day like he was on the podium spinning his bullshit, his dictator bullshit, right? People were getting pissed off and annoyed. Whereas him not being there, we can't say we're pissed off and annoyed with what he's saying, right? Okay, so that's Greece. Now, what else is there? Now, friends, I've got to do a video to show you guys how to incense. There's different ways you can incense. You can use the sages. So I've got orange in my teeth to incense. Or you can use this other thing that you see in the churches or whatever. I've forgotten what it's called. That you got the incense in and some of the frankincense that comes out. I'm going to do a little video to show you. To cleanse yourself. See, I can't do it in the house because of the birds. The parrots. You cannot incense around animals. Or essential oils. Sorry, I've got this damn orange right in my bottom teeth. It's annoying me. To cleanse your environment, to cleanse yourselves, you can walk throughout the incense nice. You can do it outside. I'm going to do it outside. I'll try today hard. It's just that I've got 3 hours of a Zoom meeting with Dr. Shiva and all the warriors from all over the world. There's a lot of them in Australia. There's a lot of them all over the world. I'm going to put the link up on... I can't do it now while I'm talking on the phone. I'm going to put the link up on the post and on my general post. It's an open group, Dr. Shiva's Group Australia. And it's all about truth, freedom and health. And it's not just a logo like Dr. Shiva says. Truth, well, without truth, we can't solve any problems. This is my paraphrasing, right? Not Dr. Shiva's. Freedom, without freedom, we can't do shit. We can't do anything, can we? And without health, friends, trust me, without health, you can't do nothing. Are you having your oranges this morning? I keep telling you oranges. Now, I can't have my celery juice cold because I can't have any cold foods, remember I said. Can't have cold foods because they were putting on a lot of weight. The dampness. I had a lot of dampness in my body. Right, so I'm losing a bit of weight. Right, I'm getting there. I'm not size 10 like I used to be, but I'm getting there, friends. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, right? Got a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, got a lot of shit going on. So, without health, we cannot do anything. Health is so, so, so important. If you want to do your cigarettes and your coffee, for goodness sake, have your damn fucking fruit in the morning and your vitamins in the morning, your B12, your zinc, your C and the rest of it. If you want great source of vitamins, Vimagy, I don't get paid for this shit. I'm just talking about it from experience. Just send me a private message and I'll tell you where to get it from in Australia. Okay? So it's Flower of Life in Sydney, in New South Wales, in Australia. Just private message me. But have your fruit in the morning to wake up your body, to energize and high vibration your body. And then you can have that bullshit. And the more fruit and veggies you have, the more you won't want that crap anymore, because it's all poison. Like, why on earth would you put dope, magic mushrooms, cocaine, ecstasy? Do you know what's in coffee? Do you know what's sprayed on it? Do you know what it does to the body? Do you know what cigarettes do to the body? Seriously, friends. I know what I'm talking about, cigarettes. I was a Marlboro Light girl. I was a Dunhill Reds girl. And I was a Yves Saint Laurent smoke girl in my 20s. And it screwed my body on top of all the stress and that. So I say, I know what I'm talking about from experience. I'm not just getting at the whip like a mummy and saying, bad boy, naughty girl. I know what I'm saying from experience. Because if your health isn't on top of things, once they screw us more, they're going to screw us more, friends. You will not manage. And me and others are busy trying to look after ourselves. And people who are warriors and people who really want to make change. And people who have it up here have got the second brain. Right? Who know how to strategize and how to be aware and how to move ahead. We won't have time for a lot of you guys because you'll be pulling us down. A lot of you already are pulling us down. We all have problems in our relationships, in our families, with our health, with workplaces. We all have problems. This earth is meant to be for problems. We are meant to have problems here. We've got to learn how to solve them. We get help from one another and advice how to solve things. So don't think you're going to wake up every day, no problems today. There are problems all the time. If you want no problems, be isolated, sit on your own, go and live the cafe lifestyle, and don't worry about anyone else except yourself. But when you start being concerned about other people around you, nature, environment, animals, and the rest of it, that's when the stress comes on. Right? But if we have one another to support and to advise and hold each other's hand and to love one another, the stress won't be so hard. The stress won't be so hard. So this is why I joined Dr. Shiva's group from last year. I noticed that he resonated with things that I was saying to you guys, things that I felt, what I believed. There's no leader in Australia at the moment. I don't intend to be a leader. I don't have time to be a freaking leader. I can be a leader for my parents, for my flock, and for myself and my family. I don't have time to be a leader. Right? I'm only here to tell you guys what I'm learning and what I know, to raise your vibrations, to better your lives, to better your health, so you can move on. Do not go back to how life was. If you go back to how life was, you know, your alcohol, your drugs, your smoking, your Dolce Vita and the rest of it, and thinking life is just about holidays, you have completely lost the message of 2020. Completely. Change your businesses, change your outlook on life. Because if you don't, you're falling behind. Even if you're healthy, right? If you're living a wrong lifestyle, either through your business or through your personal life, you're not going to get anywhere. And we are not going to have time to be there to pick you guys up. You've got to start picking up now. It's late. It's 2021. It is late. We are at least 50 years late in changing what is to come ahead of us. 50 years late at least. And this is why they drugged a lot of the young people in the 60s. Because they were onto what was going on. The governments allowed them to be full on drugged, so that way they couldn't build a better future from the 60s. So of course when these parents were on drugs and then they had children, and all these toxins have gone through into our bodies. And that's why we have all these health issues. And if you don't have any, you will have. You do have, but you just don't know it yet. Because once stress kicks in, any stress, personal, from government, from workplace or whatever, you're not going to manage. And when you get over 40, friends, that's when it hits. Actually, over 45. Over 45, it's going to start hitting you bad, male and female. Anyway, I've got 2 minutes to prepare to get on to Dr. Shiva, because I always tell him good morning from Australia, and to meet my other Aussie mates who are on these Zoom meetings. It's fabulous. You two guys can join and become warrior members. A lot of the videos are free, but the meetings that we have, right? It's meetings, but it's like a class that teaches us about systems, science systems, health systems. I mean, he would be teaching these things in universities, and with the corporations that he's helped to to he's helped business-wise, right? He's a big businessman. So if you want to join. It's not expensive. Join, learn something so you can feel stronger within yourselves, right? And feel inspired, because that's what we bloody need. We need inspiration. There's no inspiration out there. There's no inspiration. Anyway, everyone, I've got to get back to my oranges. I've got a lot of work to do here. Have a fabulous day. Have a fabulous, fabulous day wherever you are in Australia. Have a fabulous evening wherever you are overseas in Europe and America and the rest of it, right? And know that you are not alone. There are people like you, me, and millions of others. All we need to do is hold each other's hand, have faith and belief that we can get through all this negative and all this, the lies and the luring and the bullshit that they're trying to impose on us, that they have imposed on us. Hold my hand, hold your family's hands, hold your friends' hands, and you watch how we're going to make change. That's the only way to do it, is if we hold each other's hand. If we don't, we're not going to get anywhere, friends. I love you all. Have a fabulous day. Kisses, filaka. Amore. Bye, everyone. Hang on a second, Jada.